Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday to all of you. Yes, this is not our typical Sunday spot that has been for the last several weeks, because the spot was occupied today and I decided to record the video from inside, and it's not going to be with the spiritual topics today. It will be with the news that you can see in the title of this video, because Poland has just donated 25 million euros for the reconstruction of Ukraine. We are fulfilling our political commitments. This is the title of the article. I'm gonna read you this, what just took place. Can you believe it? Can you still believe it? Poland has transferred 25 million euros to the European Investment Bank, it's a bank's fund, for the reconstruction of Ukraine. Thanks to the agreement between the EIB, so this is European Investment Bank, and Poland, the amount of the EU for Ukraine fund increased to the 398.3 million euros, the bank said. Now I will be quoting someone, and who am I quoting? Teresa Czerwińska. She is the vice president of this bank, and she is responsible for operations in Ukraine. So what is she saying? She says this: Polish accession to the EU for you, which means European Union for Ukraine fund, created by this bank, EIB, so European Investment Bank, is an important step towards strengthening Ukraine's economic resilience. Can I just say before I continue, what are they talking about? How much of Ukraine BlackRock already owns? Tell me, guys. I mean, you know this, you follow this. What strengthening economic resilience? They are just putting this money there and they are never going to get the refund on this investment, ever. But let me continue. So those funds, European Union for Ukraine, are allocated to public sector investments aimed at rebuilding critical infrastructure and to support entrepreneurs, the word I always have trouble saying, whose activities are important to the Ukrainian economy. Like who? I have to record another video because there is a big scandal in Poland. One of the biggest Polish factories, I think Ursus, that was Ursus was building, I think, the cars, but not the cars that you drive, not like SUVs. Ursus was actually building tractors as well, okay? Those kind of vehicles. It was sold to some very shady Ukrainian oligarch / businessman. So what kind of entrepreneurs whose activities are important to the Ukrainian economy? That's what she said. In addition to the Polish contribution, the EU for Ukraine fund received contributions from Belgium, so we just feel better that there were other countries: Belgium, Croatia, Cyprus, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands. Supporting Ukraine has long been a priority for Poland, also as part of development cooperation. Since the Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022, we have been stepping up efforts to address the country's humanitarian needs and to support its recovery and post-war reconstruction. Poland is proud to underline that it was one of the initiators of the creation of the EU Fund for Ukraine in 2023 and is now delivering on its political commitment with a financial contribution of 25 million euros. We hope that the funds will also help Ukraine to modernize its economy. What economy? The country is already like hardly even existing, to be honest, right? Am I exaggerating? You tell me, guys. To modernize its economy on its way to accession to the EU. What accession to the EU? And those words are coming from Under-Secretary of State at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Poland, Jakub Wiśniewski. And this article ends with this. In 2023, the EIB, so this bank, created a fund to help rebuild infrastructure and restore basic services in Ukraine, as well as stimulate economic growth. The fund is part of the EU for Ukraine initiative, which supports important reconstruction projects and facilities access to finance for Ukrainian companies. So far, the fund has been funded by 14 EU member states. The fund allocated 25 million euros for an initiative to strengthen small and medium-sized enterprises in Ukraine and Moldova, and 50 million euros for new metro rolling stock in Kiev. Other projects that are in the pipeline include the renovation of, the word, I don't know how I will pronounce it, olilapidated residential buildings, repairs to critical Ukrainian export roads, and the establishment of a life-threatening emergency response line. So, can I just go back to this and say a few words? They are fulfilling, what was then the title here? We are fulfilling our political commitment. So don't we all think that the government has some commitment to its citizens, right? That they apparently represent. So as far as this commitment, let me just tell you, those regions in Poland that has been devastated by the flood, just like in many other countries, like in United States, many states have been affected by Helene and other countries as well. So the government has the commitment and obligation that's supposed to be fulfilled for those victims, right, of those unfortunate, heartbreaking, life-devastating circumstances. So I found an article, guys, from September 24th, so it's over a month ago, since today what we have, 27th of October. And let me read you what were the estimates from the government, how much the losses after the flood are. This was over a month ago. I'm sure it's much higher. Just keep in mind, we gave 25 million euros, already went there. So, at that moment, it was almost 3.5 billion Polish zloty, and that was just the damage in water infrastructure alone. So this number, because we say billions in Poland different than you say in US, if I exchange this correctly, it was $870 million just in the damage in water infrastructure alone. Of course, this does not include the damage that is on local government roads and local roads. I think that they can easily be estimated as twice as much. So what did we have? $870 million. So if this is twice as much, you do the math. I'm quoting Deputy Minister of Infrastructure, Arkadiusz Marchewka. Marchewka, by the way, in English means carrot. It just happened this is his last name. And I'm not making fun of it. But he continues, I think that those losses, they can easily be estimated as twice as much. So I am convinced that we have a great time ahead of us to rebuild and find financial resources to simply restore the splendor of those places, because those places were very, very popular tourist destinations, beautiful old towns, beautiful architecture. So don't you think those people would be really happy if they had some support now? Because I don't think much has changed in that region, I'm pretty sure. Since we are talking about the government, I will jump to the comment of the day, even though this is not the end of this video, because we will just end the topic with Polish-speaking government. Very cool comment from my yesterday's video from Paul Kutayar, I'm sorry, Paul Kutayar, if I mispronounce, apologies Paul, who lives in Malta, and says this: Duda, you know, Duda is Polish president, Andrzej Duda. Duda in Maltese means an insect. Haha, we have Poland's president in our gardens. Thank you so much for your comment, it really made me smile. Since we are talking about survival, I came across an article on TASS from today, October 27th, that says mankind needs to become a multi-planet civilization for survival. And this is said by Elon Musk, who says there is always some chance that something could happen on Earth that is either, you know, a man-made disaster or a natural disaster like the meteor that killed the dinosaurs. There have been many mass extinctions events in Earth's history, and there will be mass extinction events. That's what he said, and he says the probable lifespan of civilization will be much greater if we are a multi-planet species than if we are a single planet species. Mars is one of planets to be the saving one for mankind, Musk noted. I would really like to know your opinion on that. This is a topic that I have very mixed feelings about, and I would appreciate if you leave your comments. What is your take on this? That's all I have for you today. How great it is, right, that we have so much money that we can just give it like this. Speechless, honestly speechless. The links to the articles are down below this video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hitting the like, sharing, subscribing, leaving the comments. I go through them all. Thank you for supporting my work on Patreon. It really keeps me going. Also on Locals, and by becoming a member of this channel. This is also a little monthly donation that helps me immensely. Thank you for following me on Instagram, for getting my book that I collaborated on with Scott Ritter. The link is down below as well. And PayPal donations too. Lots of love, and remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity still on this planet. Lots of love. I see you in another video. Bye guys.